Hi, how you doing? Welcome to Dwayne's Guitar Lessons. I'm instructor Dwayne Jenkins. In today's video lesson, we're going to be talking about the importance of the minor pentatonic scale when it comes to playing lead guitar. When it comes to playing lead guitar, I get a lot of questions from students and people all the time asking me about playing lead guitar and, you know, what's the best way to get started and how do you know where to play and what to play and things like that. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. The importance of how to get started playing lead guitar. I've always been taught, and I think it's, you know, it's really universal, that the best way to really get started is with your minor pentatonic scales. There's thousands of scales you can use, but I would highly recommend just getting started with those, okay? Because they're very, very common in a lot of rock songs and from generations, from the 60s all the way to the 90s and anything in between. Not to mention just in rock, but in other styles as well. But, you know, we're kind of studying rock guitar here, so if you want to learn how to play the guitar, that's the best place to get started, and that's what we're going to work on today. So looking at some points in the minor pentatonic scale and how to get started playing lead guitar. Reasons why I emphasize a lot of lead guitar playing here in my channel is because I get a lot of people asking questions about it. You know, it's just like it's a mystery playing lead guitar. A lot of you see people play it on stage, or you know, fingers are flying all over the fretboard. They sound good no matter where they play, and you wonder how do they do that? Well, it's due to scales. Okay. They know these scales, they know where they're at, these scales connect with each other. They know their intervals, which is the distance between two notes. Okay, on each string, so you got to know that. And if you master these certain techniques, you're going to sound good no matter what. And you don't have to play fast. I mean, I play fast because it's fun, but I mean, even if you just play kind of slow. You know, throw some bends in there. And this minor pentatonic scale is probably the best one I would recommend starting out with. And let's just say we're right here in the key of B, right here at the 7th fret, B minor. It would be like 7, 10, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 10, 7, 10. Think of it like a pattern. If we go back, 10, 7, 10, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 10, 7. Now the first thing you want to do is learn the pattern, learn the scale. Be able to play it up and down like this. Just back and forth, doesn't have to be fast, okay? Get to listen to those notes, get to hear them, you know? Practice that enough to really hear those notes. And the second thing you want to do is you want to work on your personality licks, your hammer-ons, your pull-offs. See how that just gives those notes, you know, some character. You hit the first note, hammer on to the second one. Okay, that's a hammer on. If you do a pull off, you have two notes down, two fingers down, hit the note, pull off to the next one. So you're picking one note, but your hammer, and then you're pulling off to this one here. Okay, and just do that with each string. Go up to the 3rd string, 4th string, 5th string, 6th string. And if you can't get your pinky, try your 3rd finger, it doesn't matter. I'd recommend using your pinky as much as possible because it's going to really help you out with playing lead guitar, even rhythm guitar, all kinds of different things, chords and stuff like that. So get that pinky going, okay? It's a real big thing. It'll really help you out in the long run, I guarantee it. So once you get those, you practice those personality licks. Hammer-ons, pull-offs, bends. That's one thing that's great about guitar is bending. I don't think any other string instruments use bending like guitar does, you know. Piano is a stringed instrument, but you don't bend the strings. Violin is a stringed instrument, you don't bend the strings. Mandolin, banjo, those are stringed instruments, but you don't bend the strings. So that's one thing that's really unique about playing guitar is bending the strings. So make sure you work on that, because that's going to give, see how it gives those notes character. So all that was really, it's called a trill, but it's just a repeated hammer-on pull-off is all it is, okay? You work on that stuff, it's going to give you some really nice character, okay? I was watching Ted Nugent one time. I was watching him on the other night. He was on the David Letterman show. This was way back when, like 1980 or something like that, and he had brought his guitar, was playing a little bit for Dave, and I could clearly see that what he was playing was right here in the pentatonic pattern. Pentatonic scale right there, okay? Now if you like any of those bands from the 70s, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Ted Nugent, you know, Bad Company, you know, all those kind of, you know, Led Zeppelin, of course, AC/DC, Kiss, you know, you name it, Black Sabbath, they all play in these pentatonic patterns. All of them have some kind of, their solos in these patterns, so you want to learn these. Start with this first one. Start with this first pattern. You can play it in two positions, because that's why you have 2 dots at the 12th fret, because that's the end of the scale, and then it starts over again. So if these notes here are the same as these ones down here, then anywhere you can play here, you can also play it up here. So now you have 2 places that you can play just that one scale pattern. And a lot of guitar players do that. They'll be playing in one pattern here, and they'll come up here and play some stuff in the same position, but just in the higher fret. You know what I mean? And a lot of it's just experimentation. You want to work on these licks, and then you want to get actually the guitar licks themselves down. You know, like this old Chuck Berry one. You know, that kind of stuff, or hammer-on pull-off, like that. That's a real common lick. Try it on different strings, you know. Bend. Do some slides. Slide from one note to the next. And keep within those intervals, okay? If you're playing right here in B, and what's great about this pattern too is you could change keys and the pattern stays the same. The scale pattern stays the same. So once you master that scale pattern, like right now, I'm playing it right here in B minor, 7th fret, but if I wanted to play it right here in A minor, at the 5th fret, it'd be the same pattern. And you can use these other notes too if you'd like, just don't want to land on them though. Use some vibrato. Okay, that's a really important technique to get on guitars, vibrato. So work on that as well, okay? I'm telling you, this minor pentatonic scale, this is the one you want to master. Then there's actually 5 of these patterns, and if you master them, they kind of fit together like puzzle pieces. Then you start moving up the fretboard, you start moving up, being able to play in more positions, you know. You also want to look for your root notes too, okay? Like if you're playing an A, there's an A here, an A here, an A here. Those are good places to know where to kind of emphasize your lick when you're playing, okay? So if you were playing all 5 patterns, you like pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3, pattern 4, pattern 5 right here, 15, 17. And as you can see, we're right back to pattern 1 again, but in the 2nd octave. So now you're playing from here all the way up here, you know, cover all that space. You just need to learn those licks, those patterns, okay? But start with pattern 1, right here. And I guarantee you that's going to serve you immaculately when it comes to playing lead guitar. Alright, so there we have it. Some great insights on how to get started playing lead guitar. Like I said, start out with those minor pentatonic scales. I'm telling you, that's going to be a great place to set up your foundation, and then later on you can work on the modes and things like that. But then just start with that first one, like I said. But the main thing you have to get down is get down those personality licks, okay? Get down your hammer-ons, your pull-offs, your slides, your bends, those kind of things, because that's what's going to give them personality. I've seen a lot of people, they learn the scale, maybe they learn them from somebody or at a book or something, they go through the scale, but they don't know what to do with it from there, okay? So learn the scale is step one, learn your personality licks is step two, okay? That's what's going to give it personality, and then step three, learn the other scales, okay? And in time I'll discuss some of those other scales. I've already put a bunch of videos together on some of these other scales that you can find on my YouTube channel as well. So make sure you subscribe to the channel for that. And I also have them on my website at Dwayne'sGuitarLessons.com. So check that out. You can find it on my blogs and videos page there. And this is my book I wrote called Lead Guitar Wizardry Volume 1. I'm going to be reissuing this book, okay, with a new cover on it. It's going to be really awesome. I put this one on Amazon. Plus, I'm going to be publishing it with my own publishing company as well, so that I can get a wider distribution for it, okay? So it's going to be coming out pretty soon. Right now it's on Amazon pre-sale. Check that out. I'll give you a link down in the description below so you can check that out. It's going to be really, really cool. It's going to look really, really nice. I got Volume 1 and Volume 2, Volume 2 is just going to give you even more stuff that you can do to become a lead guitar wizard. And that's what we want to do when we're playing lead guitar, is do that kind of stuff, have some fun with it. And so check out my website and be sure to sign up for my guitar club, okay, so you can get some free lessons to send right into your inbox. And I have lessons both on acoustic and electric guitar, rhythm, lead, and also some lessons on music theory and stuff too, which I'm going to be going into as well, because I'm going to be writing a book on that too. Okay, so if you're in the Denver area, I'm out here located in Denver, Colorado. If you're in Denver or Lakewood or Westminster, Arvada, Broomfield, any of those areas, and you need a private guitar teacher, be sure to contact me. We'll set you up for some private lessons, all right? So like always, keep practicing, and until our next lesson, you take care.